Let me tell you something no career coach will ever say out loud. The most qualified person in the room doesn't always get the job. The most likable one does. And whether you're likable to the right people at the right time, a lot of that is luck. If anyone tells you they have the exact formula for getting hired, they are lying. There's no secret code, no magic checklist, no LinkedIn guru has cracked.
Please, I don't have any time for any gossip now. Eh? Yes.
Look at it.
But wait, stay with me because this might be the most honest hiring video you'll ever watch. See, I'm not a recruiter, not an employer, no fancy HR title. Just someone who has had a brief experience sitting on hiring, watching how decisions really get made behind the closed doors. A keen observer, but sometimes that's enough to add a fresh perspective. So let's start here. At times, how likable you are can matter more than how skilled you are. I've seen it happen. A candidate with slightly less experience walks in, connects with the room, and gets the job over someone who is objectively more qualified. Why? Because employers are also thinking, can I work with this person every day? Will they fit in? Skills can be trained. A person you genuinely enjoy being around, that's harder to find. And I'm not talking about being fake or putting on a performance. Likeable doesn't mean loud. It doesn't mean overly friendly or trying to be everyone's best friend. It just means, are you real? And this feels more relevant right now than ever before. We're living in the age of AI. A lot of people are scared. Will AI take my job? How do I compete? But here's what most people are missing. In a world where AI can do more and more of technical work, being genuinely human is becoming your biggest differentiator. Think about it. AI can write codes. It can analyze data. AI can generate reports, but AI cannot walk into a room and make people feel something. It cannot build real trust. It cannot read the energy of the team and adapt. It cannot genuinely care. So likability is not just a nice to have anymore. It is fast becoming one of the most valuable things you can bring to a workplace. So embrace what makes you you. Your empathy, your curiosity, your ability to connect. Those are the things AI simply cannot replicate. Okay, now that you understand likability, here's the part that bothers a little. Even likability has an element of luck to it because you might be a genuinely warm, brilliant, likable person and still not click with that particular room on that particular day. I know what you're going to say. It's about qualifications, experience, hard work, skills. And yes, those things matter. But nobody will admit this. A lot of that is also luck. A right role opening at the right time. A right person in the room when your CV lands. Catching someone on a good day. I'm not saying this to confuse you. I'm saying this so you stop being harsh on yourself every single time you get rejected. Because sometimes it genuinely has nothing to do with you. Sometimes the circumstances are just out of your control entirely. And maybe that's why you probably heard many people say, honestly, I don't even know how I got this job. Which brings me to this point. Do not take rejections personally. Sometimes an employer is simply looking for someone who will stay. Someone who fits in the culture, who won't leave in 6 months, who can sustain themselves in that environment long term. That has got nothing to do with your skills. It's about fit. And fit is invisible to you from the outside. And sometimes it's even more straightforward than that. They need someone within a certain budget, someone very early in their career, someone they can shape and mold, or honestly, just someone who lives closer to the office. And yes, that's a real thing. You could simply lose a job to someone because they have a shorter commute. That's it, no other reason.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Or maybe they needed someone who could start immediately, like next Monday. And you said you needed 3 weeks notice. That's it. And this one happens more than people realize. Someone in that room already knew a candidate, a friend, a referral, a former colleague, And honestly, that conversation happened before you even walked in. And here's the one that will really make you think. Sometimes the job was never really open to begin with. They already had someone internal in their mind. But company policy says they have to interview externally first. And you're sitting there giving the best interview of your life, not knowing the decision was practically already made. So yes, don't be harsh on yourself. And here's something nobody in your industry wants to admit out loud. Most companies are not doing groundbreaking work. It's just average or mediocre. I mean it. Look around. The majority of what gets done day to day is functional, it's steady, but not necessarily it has to be extraordinary. And there's a very simple reason for that. Extraordinary work demands extraordinary resources. More time, more budget, more risk. And honestly, most organizations don't have the appetite for that. So what keeps a business running? Consistent, reliable execution. Work that won't make headlines, but work that gets the job done day after day. And here's the thing, that is not a bad thing. This is the backbone of every functioning company out there. Now, I want you to be really clear about this. When I say average or mediocre, I do not mean lazy. I do not mean careless. Don't get me wrong. What I mean is consistent, dependable, solid work. The kind that doesn't need to reinvent the wheel every single time. The kind that just shows up, does what it's supposed to, and keeps things moving forward. There is a genuine dignity in that. That person, the one who is just reliably good, is often more valued than the brilliant but unpredictable one. So stop pressurizing yourself to be extraordinary in every interview. They're not looking for a revolution. They're looking for someone they can count on. Skills can be taught, training can happen, grooming can be done, but attitude, that's on you. And the employer knows that deep down that they cannot fix a bad attitude. No amount of onboarding fixes that. If you walk in with a learner's mindset, open, humble, coachable, that signals to a hiring manager that you are investable, that you will grow with the role, that you won't be a headache after 6 months in. I truly believe attitude plays a crucial role in hiring, more than most things on your CV. So here's the full picture. Work on your skills, yes. Keep up with the tools, including AI, but also, and maybe more importantly, work on being someone people want to be around. Be reliable, be coachable, be consistent, be human. In a world that is rapidly automating, your humanity is not a weakness. It is your edge. The workplaces of today and tomorrow don't just need technically capable people. They need people they can trust, people they can connect with, people who make the team better just by being in there. And when you get rejected, remember, it may have absolutely nothing to do with you. If this gave you a different perspective, share it with someone who is job hunting right now, because they probably need to hear it more than you do. Well, on that note, this is the end of the video. I thank you so much for your time, and I will see you in the next one.